Good evening, folks. Welcome to Summit Area YMCA. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports. It is 5:56 p.m. here from beautiful Summit, New Jersey on a very cold evening. If you're not from the area, I guess all of the United States experiencing this, but I think we're at 10 degrees outside right now at coming up on 6 p.m. We're slated to get started at 6 p.m. I do not have heat sheets yet, but the seating has occurred and it's in Meet Mobile. So Meet Mobile is an app, phone or tablet. You can download it. We're going to start. We're going fastest to slowest here. So the first heat, swimmers, lane 1 will be Colin Dickey. Lane 2, Maya Anakej. Pardon on the pronunciation there. Lane 3, Daniela Erickson. Lane 4, Matt Martino. Lane 5, Nicholas Tecnino, and lane 6, Lucas Greenwald. Oh, those names top right are not accurate. I did not get updates yet, so we'll get those cleared off for a second. Just waiting for heat sheets. I should be getting those shortly. All right. So a couple other things. Union County Championships going on right now. Some swimmers are there. I just got the program. Those results are also in Meet Mobile. A couple young swimmers. I saw Lily Rosigliano from Westfield up on a top, I want to say, definitely top 6. I think Ava Manning Summit had a top 4 finish. Again, don't hold me to that, but that's what I saw. If anybody wants to put, the chat is open. If you are familiar or you're tracking that meet, it is also on YouTube, on the Jersey Aquatics channel. So if you are watching that and you're seeing something significant like to share over here, please feel free. So we have 5 total heats. Again, we're going fastest to slowest. Bottom right of your screen, we just have this one event. What I listed there, though, are the state and silver times. All right, now on the top right of your screen, folks, those are the names in this first heat. There you hear the officials. Timers are parents or volunteers to take care of timing for the kids here. So behind the blocks, left-hand side, should see swimmers coming to get ready. Here's our lane assignments. All right, again, lane 1 closest to us, lane 6 top. 1650 the mile, 66 lengths of the pool. What else? If anybody does have questions or comments, again, feel free, put it in the chat. I'll try and keep an eye on that. So if you were expecting certain swimmers, again, Union County Championships was supposed to be last Sunday. It got pushed out. It's occurring right now as we're talking. All right. Hopefully audio and video sounds good. If somebody would, again, the chat's open. Give me an acknowledgement, or if you want, you can give a thumbs up, and I will see that. All right. What else? Let's shut this off a second. So 25-yard pool, all start at the left-hand side, deep end. There is no block or no timers at the right-hand side, so all splits will be 50s. On this left-hand side. Scoreboard top left, I keep that on the whole time. So during this distance events, we're expecting we'll have some separation of swimmers. But, let me do that if I can. All right. Bottom left of your screen, Mike Cannella, if anybody's familiar, long-standing, years and years of dedication here for the Summit team. Before we get started, I did put it in the description. Sussex County YMCA is not here, but unfortunately they had a swimmer on their team pass away this past week. So if you look down in the description, there is a link to the GoFundMe. Talks about Adrian's story. Diagnosed with diagnosed with brain cancer 9 months ago, and put up a courageous fight. So we're underway. So if you could take a look at that description, if you're able to donate. SwimSwam, which is a website dedicated to swimming at all levels, also carried the story, so you could find it there. So some sad news out of Sussex County, just a half hour, 45 minutes north of Summit here. Coach Meg, bottom left in the black shirt from Westfield, cheering on the swimmers. First to turn there, that is then to be lane 5, Tecnino. Interesting, did not get a couple splits on the board there. Why are we splitting 20s? All right, so I'm assuming the board got a late start. Lanes 4 and 5 are not getting splits. All right, so let's go back and we'll take a look. All right, so heads up here, folks. The board got a late start. So obviously swimmers, so lanes 4 and 5 pads are not registering. We do have backup timers behind the blocks. Oh, I'm sorry, we'll take you wide here. Already at the far end. All right, so the swimmers saw 7s at that far end, so there's counting blocks down for the swimmers to remember. This is a 200 split here. It was about a 9.5, 10-second unofficial. I just kind of rewatched it and counted in my head, so totally unofficial. The board is lagging by about 10 seconds. Okay, so that is lane 5, lead swimmer up there. Nicholas Tecnino from Lakeland Hills YMCA. All right, we'll take a look at the far end. All right, now you'll see the counters going down, 11s for all the swimmers there. So as they return back to the start end, it'll be 12 lengths, 12 of 66 complete, 300 yards. So ballpark, again, folks, total swag. Nicholas turning there about 255 on the board, add 10, so he's about 305 at the 300. All right, swimmers at the far end. Swimmers are now seeing 13s. So we go down to the far end. Lane 5, lead swimmers now turned. So running order is 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 6. Take you back wide. And Nicholas turning here. So that's going to be a 350 at this left-hand wall. Swimmers will see 13, or they'll see 15s now at that far side. We'll take you down there with them as they go in. Lane 1 to the right in this screen, of the right of the screen. If you're just joining us, this is Event 1, Heat 1. Had a little issue at the start with the scoreboard, or the time, I should say timing system. So the timing system did not get the start off the start box. So in the office on that console, there is the ability to do a start. Unfortunately, it was about 9.5, 10 seconds estimated off that start. All right, take a little isolation here. So Nicholas here in 5, saw 17 at the far end. This is 18 lengths complete, or 450. Followed by lane 1. It's Dickey in 1. All right, so we saw 19 go down for Nicholas, lead swimmer at that right-hand side. You'll see everybody else seeing 19s, lane 1 and so on. So this will be 20 lengths, 500 yards complete here at the wall for Nicholas. Again, those splits on the board will unfortunately not have splits, but hopefully, I'm trying to think what we can do here. All right, know what I'm going to do, folks? All right, so since we're not getting splits, we're going a little nuts. Let's see. I'm going to try something, and I don't know if it's going to be better or worse. All right. All right, here we are. So let me just... All right, so folks, what we're doing here, top right is the start end, and this doesn't really look very well, but so the intent here is to stay with that start end. So if somebody was rewatching this later on and you just wanted to get your splits, because unfortunately lane 4 and 5, not that I have them, so you can rewatch this at real speed and then reference the clock on the top. Again, I'll give you ballparks. I should do this better. Hold on. We're gonna... All right, folks, I'm changing this up a little, so let's go box 4. It's going to be camera 4. There we go. And box 2 is going to be camera 5. All right. So a little bit different view. Hopefully, let me see how this looks. All right. So again, the intent here, we're not getting splits for 4 and 5, or now 4 and 5 came back. All right. Again, the start, the clock was pause, it didn't pause, it just didn't start for about 9.5 seconds before the actual start occurred. So time's gonna be a little off. But bottom left will be the start side, bottom right is the far wall. Top right is your bird's eye view. So again, lane 1 closest to us, lane 6 at the top of the screen. Lane 1 closest, Colin Dickey. Lane 2, Maya Anikjed. Lane 3, Daniela Erickson. Lane 4, Matt Martino. Lane 5, Nicholas Tegnino. Lane 6, Lucas Greenwald. All right, lead swimmer, again, lane 5. Saw 33 last time. That's a 34 complete now. So the times on the board, those splits will be accurate. The only thing you got to factor in is it's a little skewed. That cumulative time, the rightmost column, that is running a little short. All right, so that's 36 lengths complete for lane 5. 36 of 66. Rest of the swimmers seeing 35s at that right-hand wall. Lane 5 just saw 37. All right, mix it up a little. Top right of your screen, and then now zone ISO or hone in on certain swimmers. This is our lead swimmer, lane 5. If you're watching this on a phone or tablet, you can then, if you want, you can zoom in on a particular quadrant of the screen. If you're watching this on a TV, it should be viewable. Again, this is lane 5, Nicholas Taquino, lead swimmer. I believe running order next is lane 1, Colin Dickey. See him coming into view here. And then we'll take a look at lane 2 and 3 here. This is Maya and Daniela. Maya closest to us. Lane 4, we have Matt Martino. Coming back on us, sorry. It's under the flags here. So this would be lane 4, closest to us, Matt. Lane 5, Nicholas, just above him. All right, so you can see Matt seeing a 43. Next to him, Nicholas seeing a 45. Up here in lane 6, we have Lucas Greenwald. Take you back wide here. All right, if you're just joining us, the first heat here had a little issue with the start. The clock that you see, the cumulative time up there, 12 minutes, 20 seconds, is about 10 seconds short or slow of the actual running time. There are stopwatches for all the lanes behind. There's 2 stopwatches, shucks, 1 stopwatch. We only have 1 volunteer per lane. Again, this is 66 lengths of the pool to make up this 1650. Lead swimmer here in 5, about to turn. That'll be 50 lengths. He'll see a 51 at the next turn at the far end. We'll take a look down there. Lane 6 will be to the left of your screen. He's seeing a 47. Lane 5, 51. 49s for the remainder of the field up there. All right, on deck will be heat 2. Paige Paderozzi in lane 1. Lane 2 is Talon Green. Lane 3, Will Dreyer. 4 is Joey Ross. 5, Caitlin Farioli. And 6, Aiden Anderson. Again, with this distance event, we're swimming fastest to slowest. Everybody in the next heat is 18:43 down to an 18:34. So majority of the field, lane 1, 2, 3, and 4 are at 53s at that far end. Lead swimmer is lane 5. You see the center of those placards. He'll see a 57. And that is Nicholas in 5. So the blue numbers you see on the scoreboard, those are the 50-yard splits. I just saw one pop up that was over a minute. I believe that was lane 4. So that, or no, that must not have been. So you'll see sometimes if the swimmer does not hit the pad firmly enough, it does not register. So you'll see the splits actually be, in the minute 10, depending on their, it would be basically the equivalent of a 100 split versus a 50 split. So I just saw one pop up. All right, Nicholas splitting a 30-58 there. So that should be 1,500. That was 60 lengths. Seeing a 61 at that far end. Again, we're swimming 66 lengths. So this is 62 lengths here complete for lane 5, sorry. Nicholas from Lakeland Hills YMCA. .63 going down at that far end. The official making his way. Bottom left of your screen, you see the white shirt. We'll get a bell lap here for Nicholas. That symbolizes 2 lengths down and back, 50 yards for Nicholas. We'll stay here with him. Rest of the field, you can see bottom half of your screen. Next running order would be lane 1. Lane 1 just saw 63. This is into the finish here. Again, we're going to add about 9 or 10 seconds to that time. Hopefully he comes right under 17. Nicholas came in on an 18:27, so we had a significant drop there. All right. Lane 1 seeing the red square symbolizing final 25. That is Colin Dickey. Came in 18:27 for Colin. Again, maybe adding 10 seconds onto the board time. That's a big drop there too. Nice job, Colin. All right. Should be lanes 2, 3, and 4. Lane 4 coming home on the finish here. This is Matt Martino. All right, Matt came in on an 18:11. If we estimate 10 seconds, still dropping on that. Nice job. Lanes 2 and 3 coming into the finish. All right, let's go back. We'll see if we can get the names up to... All right, top right of your screen, that needs to get updated. Give me 1 second, folks. Now that's updated. Swimmers coming up. You see Paige, Talon, Will. All right. This should be the swimmers entering the pool here. All right, so you see that was just a test. Scoreboard did react properly. All right. All right, while we have a second here, let's go down the line here. Look. This is Paige coming off an outstanding swim at the Morris County Championships last weekend. This is Talon. Then we have Will, Joey, Caitlin, and Aiden. Again, certain swimmers were probably entered, but due to the snow out of the Union County Championships, they are down there. Those results are in Meet Mobile if anybody wants to take a look and share results. Please feel free. I was looking earlier. I don't want to get distracted from here, but curiosity kills you, right? So if we take a look real quick, it's listed as, wow. Union County Championships team score real quick. Westfield boys leading Scotch Plains 199-183, and on the women's side, Westfield leading Kent Place 181-169. Still in progress. Here we go. Again, this is our Heat 2 of the mile, 1650, 66 lanes. Names you see for their lane assignments. Okay, and in those names, you also saw seed time, so I'll leave that on the top right for a little bit. We're going to go back to the traditional follow camera here. All these seeds are pretty close, but potentially over time we'll get some separation from the swimmers. Again, lane 1 closest to us. Lane 6, top of your screen. So this is a 50 turn. That is our lane 6, Aiden Anderson, first to turn there. And everything looks, lane 1 and 2 did not get touches. So the chat is open on YouTube. If you're on your phone or tablet or computer, there's a little icon on the bottom. You can tap on that, turn on the chat window on the top right. If you have any questions, comments. On the bottom right of your screen, and then try and keep this updated. It's going to be a little challenging over the course of the weekend with the number of different events. But for this 1650, listing the state and silver times, or states being gold and then silvers on the bottom right of your screen for the different age groups. So we just have this one event. Historically, there's been also an 800 on this evening session. We're not doing that this year. We have 5 total heats here. But as you can see, the state and the silver time down there, so. So this is a 200-yard split for the swimmers on this left-hand wall. And you see the swimmers as they go down, they're all seeing 9s. We'll come back with the 250 split here. All right, see all the swimmers getting 11s on the right-hand wall. .300 yards complete, left-hand side, 12 lengths. All right, I'm going to update the names now on the top right of the screen with the next heat. So again, those are the seed times you see on that top right. And the thinking there is if you're rewatching this in maybe a year from now, obviously you could go find that information, but if you're watching it, that data is right there and you can see your seed time at that particular point. So now that's updated on the top right of your screen with the names for the next heat. All right, so just real quick, white text you see on your screen, those are the lane assignments for the swimmers in the pool. It's not well aligned. All right, again, lane 1 closest to us. All right, swimmers seeing 19s on that right-hand side. Lane 3, lead swimmer, that is Will Dwyer. Okay, here's 500 splits on the wall here. Will's turning at 5:16. We'll stay here for a second. So the field after lane 5 turns, it's Caitlin in 5. Everybody's now turned at 500. We'll stay here for a second. So lane 3, third from the bottom, coming into frame. That's our lead swimmer. That is Will Dwyer, followed by lane 2, Talon Green, and then Joey Ross in 4. Followed by now lane 6, top of your screen, Aiden Anderson. Lane 1, Paige Patrozzi. And then lane 5, Caitlin Ferriola. 23s put down at that right-hand side. We'll be at 24 lanes complete, 600 yards. Again, top right, that orange text, those are swimmers in our heat 3 up next. Heat 3 up next. Heat 2 is in the pool. All right, let's do a little isolation here. Lane 3, lead swimmer. Again, that is Will. So this is lanes 2 and 3, 2 closest to us. 3 turning first. It's Talon Green in 2. We'll stay here for a second. Joey Ross in 4. This will be Aiden Anderson in 6. All right, Paige is turned in 1. We'll stay here for 1 second here, lane 5. That's Caitlin. Okay, we'll go wide here. Lead group turning. .29 lengths at the right-hand wall. All right, we missed Paige on that last turn. We'll catch her coming in here. This will be 28 lengths complete for Paige on the turn. 30 lengths complete here on the left-hand wall. That's 30 there for lane 1 and also lane 6. This will be 32. 32s for lanes 2, 3 and 4. All right, we're down at the far end here. "34 lanes here for lanes 2 and 3. Lead swimmers 3 and 2, followed by 4. That was 34 complete for Page. That was 36 complete for the lead groups there in 2, 3, and 4. 34 complete for lane 5. And the last time down was a 34 for lane 6. Lane 6 having goggle issues. Top right of your screen. Actually removed the cap too. All right, in the freestyle should be fine. No DQ there. Did not make any type of advancement. All right, so you can see lane 1, that's Page, seeing 37s. Lead group there, 2, 3, and 4, seeing 39s. And this is lanes 5 and 6. I think that 49's not right there. Lane 2 should have been a 41. All right, now we're getting corrected, so. I don't know, 47 is, I don't think that's right for Page there in 1 either. I think that should have been a 41 for Page. We'll stay on this view for a second. You'll see the splits on the boards. See middle of the pool splitting 31s. All right, now I think Page is correct. 43, 45 should be in lanes 2, 3, and 4. That is correct. Sync up here. So 43 went down for lane 5 and also 43 for lane 6, up in 6. That is Aiden Anderson. Again, we're swimming 66 lengths. And we'll take a look down that far end, resync where we are. So 40. So some of the counters will flip as soon as the swimmer turns. Others wait until they've completed. So you see lane 2, he's waiting until the swimmer came down and turned. And that is proper technique. All right, for all you Westfield folks, we're missing Lily Resigliano here, but she finished third in the 500 free at the Union County Championship, swimming a 5:25. 10th place swimmer Mary Ferriero came first, 5:15. All right, so 53, lane 3, 53, sorry, we're at the wrong end here. Lane 2, you're seeing a 51 there for Paige in 1, and a 53 there in lane 3, or 4, sorry, Joey. All right, back to the start end. Lead swimmers already turned, lanes 2 and 3. That is Talon and Will. Now lane 4 is our third place running order. I'm jumping around, folks, sorry, but all right, so we see lane 3 is already turned. That's Will Dwyer. I'm sorry, yeah. Followed by Talon in 2. And again, we're swimming 66 lengths. .31:37 there for Will, over the 15-minute mark. This will be a 1500 here. Coming into your screen, lane 3. All right, we'll take the turn here. This is 62 lengths complete. 100 to go for lanes 3, lane 2. This will be a 1500 for Paige in lane 1. Same with, I believe, lane 5? No, lane 5 is 50 short. All right, here we are, bell lap, lane 3. Lane 2 will have 50 to go. Lane 4 will be coming back with 50 to go. This will be 62 lanes complete for lane 1, 100 to go for Lily. Same for lane 5. And I'm sorry, there we got a finish here in 3. Will goes low. 17-16, nice job. I'm sorry, I kind of lost track. Lane 6. All right, we're seeing a 61 up there. All right, so we have finish in the middle of the pool. Paige in 1, turning, 50 to go. Virtual bell there. Lane 5, 50 to go, I believe. No, sorry, lane 5 is 100 to go. Final 25 there for lane 1. We'll stay here with Paige coming home. Paige came in on an 18:40. It's a approximately 30-second drop. Load time there, 17:16 for Will. He came in on an 18:34. That's like a 1:17 drop. Nice job. All right. Lane 5 and 6. 5 is seeing red squares. Final 25. Again, names on the top right of swimmers in the next heat. That'll be our heat 3, 3 of 5. All right, so this is 5. Caitlin finishing. So a high 20-second, 28-second drop for Paige in 1. Told you about Will, 117. Talon came in on an 18:35. Why didn't we get a finish touch there? All right, Aiden Anderson into the finish. All right. All right, Coach Pat, red shirt. I think we're pointing at a record board there. That is Paige in lane 1. Again, came off an awesome swim at Morris County Championships last weekend at Morristown High School for the Chatham team. Oh, why didn't this get updated, folks? Hold on, these names will get flashed. And here we are with our Heat 3 swimmers. Let's take a quick look behind the blocks while we have a second. Lane 1, Ashley. Lane 2, we have Ben talking to Nick. Lane 4 is Luke. Liev in 5 and Jaden in 6. All right. So traditionally, parents, friends behind doing the timing. So if those faces look familiar relative to that swimmer, that's why. All right, so again, the Union County Championships are going on right now, kind of next town over at the old Berkeley Aquatics. It's at the Jersey Aquatics Center, JAC. Looks like they're through the 200-yard free relay. Kent Place goes low, 141.02. Second, New Providence, 141.05. Wow, Westfield, 141.23. What a race there. Summit in 4th, 143.35. That Kent Place team was Rose, Ava Manning from Summit Area Y, Charlotte Lee, and Elise Lee, LI. All right. Let me real quick look at the team scores here. And this is running kind of in progress. Westfield's leading Scotch Plains on the men's side. The ladies' side, Westfield's leading Summit by a little bit. 245, 237. Third place, Kent Place, 231. Wow, close battle. All right, back to us in the deep freeze. This is Heat 3 of 5, Ashley, as you can see the names there. And their seed time. So again, Ashley's a little cut off, 18:56 for her. This is Heat 3 of 5. Just swimming this event tonight, folks. So 2 more heats after this. And again, we're swimming this fastest to slowest. So seed times will continue to go up a little bit. Everybody in this heat is 18:45 up to a 19:00 for Jaden. Oops, sorry, I went the wrong way. All right. So we'll have 3 sessions on Saturday, 3 sessions on Sunday. And on Sunday, before the 3rd session, there's going to be a recognition for the seniors from Summit team, Summit Area Wide team. Earlier in the week, there was prediction of potential storms. As of right now, everybody's thinking or forecasting that is going out to sea, or kind of will skirt the coast, where down the shore will get a little worse. So hopefully that's the case, doesn't impact us. It's really challenging this time of the year. As I mentioned, the Union counties supposed to be last Sunday. That got, I'm hitting the wrong buttons, folks. That got postponed to today, so obviously some swimmers are not here. And then teams for the high school level are moving into their state tournaments coming up this week. So a lot of the stronger teams will have buys early on. But there could be some meets for the kids this week. All right, so that last split on the board was 6 lanes complete. All the swimmers are seeing 7s down there, that far end. Next time back, we'll be at 8 for 200 yards complete. All right, here's the swimmers coming into the 200. Top right of your screen are the entries for Heat 4 up next. That was 250 splits on the board. Load time there, lane 4, Luke Farkas. Catch everybody at that far end. Everybody's seeing 11s. Next time back, 12 or 300 yards complete. Do a little isolation here. This is Luke in lane 4, lead swimmer here. 12 lanes complete, followed by lane 3, that's Nick. Then we have 6 and 5, top of your screen. 6 is Jaden, 5 is Liev. It's Ben in 2, and Ashley in 1. All right, so as you can see, lane 4, ready turn. That's Luke coming back. This will be 16 400-yard split here for Luke. And the rest of the field coming in here for 400. All right, we took a look at Luke. Let's take a look at Nick in 3 here. Do a little ISO with each swimmer for a little bit. That was Nick in 3. We'll take a look at Ben and Ashley, 1 and 2, left to right. I'm sorry, 2 and 1, sorry. Again, you see sometimes the counters will flip early, sometimes they'll wait. All right. Let's take a look up here. Liev and Jaden in 5 and 6. see each swimmer seeing 23s at that far end. Lane 4 going left to right here. That is Luke Farkas, followed by Nick in 3. Those are our lead 2 swimmers. And then the field here. 24 lengths complete on that left-hand wall. You see 25s being put down. Going to 66. All right, lead group here, seeing 27s there. All right, lead group 28 complete here. We'll stay with the field turning here on 28 lengths complete. That was 30 lengths complete on the left-hand side for lanes 3 and 4. Here's the field with 30 lengths complete. One other option, in the past, few parents had kind of preference for this. So one camera just giving you full pool view. I don't know if anybody has a preference for this. If you knew Summit, there was a family, the Moons. I always used to joke this was called Moon Cam because Mr. Moon preferred this one view. You could track the whole pool. It's 32 lanes complete for the field that you saw. We'll go down lead swimmers 3 and 4. This is 34 lanes complete. Oh, that's interesting. So this will be 36 for lanes 3 and 4. You see the lane 1, 2, 5, and 6 getting placards for 35. That'll be 36 for them. 38 for lanes 3 and 4. All right, quick look into what's going on with the officials. They're tracking and double checking. $39 for lanes 3 and 4. 37s were for the rest of the field, 1, 2, 5, and 6. 40 lengths, 1,000 yards complete here for lanes 3 and 4. We'll come back with the field on their 1,000. So you see they're seeing 39s, lanes 1, 2, 5, and 6. We'll go above here. This is 1,000. Lane 1, 2, 5, and 6,000. Sorry, let me clarify that. 10:50 for lanes 3 and 4. We'll be at 44 lanes for lanes 3 and 4. Again, that is Nick and Luke. That was 42 lanes complete, lanes 1, 2. Now 5 and 6. Take you down that far end. 45s, lane 1, 2, 5, 6. 47s going down for lanes 3 and 4. This will be 48 lanes complete here at lane 3 and 4, middle of your pool. 46 up there for lane 5. All right, 50 lanes complete here. Again, that's for the middle of the pool, lane 3 and 4. That was 48 lanes complete for 1, 2, 5, 6. Lead swimmer there turning, that is lane 4. That's Luke, followed by Nick in 3. Lane 5 just turned, that's Liev. He's off 50 yards off the lead. Lanes complete there. In the pool is Heat 3 of 5. The names you see top right of your screen are the Heat 4 swimmers. And then after that, we have 3 swimmers, Daniel Spartz, Maiden Chamau, and Sarasha Bacha. 3 swimmers in our Heat 5. All right, you see 55s there for lanes 3 and 4. This will be 56, 10 to go, lanes 3 and 4. Luke's already turned in 4. We'll take a look how he's faring here with 250 to go, 250 yards, 10 lengths. Sub 32 split there for Luke. Did I say Nick? I'm sorry if I said that backwards. Sorry. Lead swimmer Luke in 4. Nick in 3. Again, lane 1 closest to us. This will be 60 lanes complete. Lane 4, Luke Farkas. We'll stay here, rest of the field turning. This will be 6. Yeah, we got 60. Yeah. 58 complete there for the field. This is 62 for the lead swimmer. Next time back will be Bell for lane 4, Luke. Second place running order, lane 3, is Nick. All right, so lead swimmer Luke saw 63 down there. Nick's gonna get a 63. Swing back here for the Bell, lane 4. Luke came in 18:46. We're turning at 17:02 on a 30.99. That's a lot of math, folks. All right, second place running order. You see him coming under the flags. That's Nick. We'll stay here with Luke as he sees the board. All right, Nick's making his way back. That's second place. We'll come finish with Luke in 4 again. Came in 18:46. We're dropping 110 off that, 115. Geez, nice swim. And Nick coming in on a finish here. Nick came in 18:45. All right, nice sportsmanship, guys. All right, we'll rewind. This is final 50, lanes 1, 2, and 5. Lane 6, this will be, he's got 100 to go. All right, left-hand side of your screen, that is lane 5. We have final 25, lanes 1 and 2. To the right is Ashley, to the left is Ben, bringing it home. We'll see if we can time all this. This is a finish here for lane 5. 18:27, dropping off an 18:50. Nice push there. Ashley in 1 goes 18:31. She came in on an 18:56. It's 25. Nice job. 18:34 for Ben, dropping 13 off an 18:47.6. I'm sorry. And we had a finish there in lane 6. Jaden, sorry. Jaden came in 19 flat. I thought he was 1 off, sorry. All right, let's take a look behind the blocks. This is our heat 4. Closest to us, Anastasia. Then we have Quinn, Alexandra, Sophia. Sophia's name splattered all over the Morris County Championships last weekend too. We have Stella and Robert. All right, here's their lane assignments. This is heat 4 of 5. All right, it looks like we have a second. We'll do that one more time. Anastasia, Quinn, Alexandra, Sophia, Stella, and Robert. Here we go. This is heat 4 of 5. Seed times here ranging from 1939 up to 2010. The top right of your screen now, you see the names for the next heat. That'll be the final race for this session. Again, Friday night session. just this one event. We're back tomorrow. Each session, kind of a morning, midday, and afternoon, is a separate stream on YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Kind of looking back, going into our 5th year here. We had done some spotty stuff prior to COVID, and I was talking to Coach Pat just before. Coming out of COVID was kind of where we picked up a lot of the streaming, so it's been a fun ride. So if you've been with us for a while, glad you can join us. If you're new, hope you're enjoying the coverage. Always open for questions, comments, feedback. It's how we get better. I was kind of rewatching some of the old ones. Hopefully the quality's improved. Some new equipment over the years. Hopefully brings you a better viewing experience. Those were 150 times on the board. See, everybody's getting a 7. We'll be back with 200s as they return. All right, 200 splits coming on the board. Mentioned it a few times before. Some swimmers are not here because the Union County Championships are going on. So a lot of swimmers from Westfield and Summit Area Y are attending that meet. It's kind of right down the road in New Providence. So Scotch Plains, Fanwood High School, Westfield High School, Summit High School, New Providence High School, Oratory Prep, Governor Livingston, Union Catholic, Cranford, Kent Place. I'm trying to think what else is. Oak Knoll, Johnson, Union Catholic. All right, lead swimmers at that far end, seeing 11s. This is 300 at this wall, 12 lengths. I mentioned it earlier, the 200-yard free relay, kind of incredible. Kent Place on the women's side took it, 141.02. New Providence, 141.05. Westfield High School, 141.23. Jane Cavanaugh brought home that Westfield team in 23.40. Awesome. All right, down the far end, they're seeing 15. Sorry, bring you here. This will be 16 lengths, 400 yards. Looks like lane 6, 3, 2. 6 is Robert Waters, Alexandra in 3, Quinn in 2. Followed by lane 5, Stella, lane 4, Sophia, and lane 1, Anastasia. Take you down the far end. Lead groups turned already there on 17. All right, 18 lengths complete here, left-hand side. Summit boys take the 200-yard free relay in a time of 1:28.03, just ahead of Westfield, 1:28.58. Declan Vargas, 21.96 in that race. Ihor Mastrup, 21.49. Ryan Fox, 22.53. Pietro, 22.05. Awesome swim, guys. Summit High School. All right, lead group down that right-hand side. You saw 19s. Sorry, now that we see our lead group coming in, seeing 21s. That is lanes 2, 3, and 6. Quinn, Alexandra, 2, 3, and up in 6, Robert Waters. Resync here. You see a 21 going down from lane 1. Saw a 21 there in lane 4. Now we're seeing 23s. Lanes 2, 3, and 6. All right, this is our lead swimmers here in 2 and 3 and 6. 6 is taking a slight lead. That was 24 lengths, 600 yards. This is a 600 for lane 5, and I believe lane 4. Yep, and 1. All right, so lead swimmer there in 6, followed by 3 and 2. Running order there is Robert, Alexandra, and then Quinn. All right, resync here. So 25 going down for lane 1. 27 there for lanes 2 and 3, and a 27 for lane 6. Just kind of going through, boys 50 free down at the Union. LJ Conlon goes 21-31, take the championship. Followed by third place, Ryan Fox from Summit, 22-43. They are swimming the 100 breast, and then there's the 400 free relay. 100 breast for the boys. Obviously, any Summit fans out there watching, curious how yours going to do. Lead group here is lane 6, lane 3, lane 2. And lane 1 is 50 off the pace. All right, you'll see 2 and 3 seeing 33s along with 6. Got 31 there in lanes 4 and 5. And then lane 1. Do a little isolation here. We'll go up to lane 6 first. Robert Waters. This would be a 900 split, 36 lengths for Robert. Lanes 2 and 3 also, that was their 936 lengths. Closest to us here is Quinn in 2, Alexandra in 3. Seeing 37s for them. we'll jump up here to lane 5, Stella. .37 going down for Stella in 5. And then to her right, 37 going down for lane 4, Sophia. So we'll stay with Stella here in 5, and then we'll pick up Sophia after the turn. All right, so that's Stella going off left to right. Here's Sophia on her turn. Then we'll go down and pick up Anastasia in 1. All right, real quick, you can see lanes 2, 3, and 6 seeing 41s. Remainder of the field seeing 39s. This is lane 1, Anastasia. We'll catch her here a little bit better. Here she is coming at us. All right, let's resync. Lanes 2, 3, and 6, lead swimmers. 2 and 3 have shortened up, actually overtaken the lead from 6. They're turning simultaneous at 44 lengths complete. As you can see, 45s are going down here for lanes 2, 3, and 6. I think, wait, something happened. Lane 6, they put a 43 in the pool. I thought it should have been a 45. All right. We kind of looked away for a little bit, sorry, but I thought, all right, so you're seeing 47s there in 2 and 3. I thought lane 6, Robert, was on the pace with them. They're putting a 45. Yeah, you see Robert splitting a 33, same kind of pace as lanes 2 and 3. You see 2 and 3 at a 49. All right, folks, I stepped away. Not really my place to inject, but I could have sworn that 6 was on the pace with 2 and 3, so. All right, here we are at the start. This should be 54 lengths complete. All right, we'll take a look down the far end. 2 and 3 lead swimmers seeing 55s. All right, it's 56 complete, lanes 2, 3, and 6. It'll take you wide a second, then we'll kind of get a view up here. All right, 57 complete. All right, 58 complete, 2 and 3. 8 to go, 200 yards. Lane 6, 200 yards to go. All right, 2 and 3 seeing 59, 6 seeing a 59, 57 going down for 5, 4, and 55 going down from lane 1. Lead group here, 2 and 3, closest to us. It's Quinn. Lane 3 is Alexandra. Sorry, folks, the iPad shut off. All right, so you've seen 61s. We're going to 66. 4 lengths or 100 when the lead swimmers come back here. 100 to go, 4 lengths here. 2 and 3, Quinn, Alexandra, and then Robert up in 6 coming into. Okay, resync. So lead group, lanes 2, 3, 6. Lanes 4 and 5, 2 lengths off. Lane 1, a couple behind that. We should be getting Bell here. Lane 2's gonna take it. That is Quinn. Quinn came in on a 1941. Folks, we're dropping a bunch on that. Alexandra came in 1939. Here's Robert up here in 6. Robert came in 2010. Final 25 as they see the red squares. You see Robert, top of your screen, he's got 25 to go. Lane 2, Quinn Coates going low time here. She came in again, 1941. Nice job. And Robert finishing up here. Nice job, ladies. All right, we have a couple turners. All right, final 50 here for lanes 5 and 4. It's gonna be 100 to go here for lane 1. All right, as you see the red squares, that was Stella in 5. Yep, Stella in 5. Sophia, sorry, folks. And you see Stella coming into the wall. Stella came in on a 1950 seed. She's dropping on that. Sophia right on her seed. All right, lane 1 is turned. We got final 50 here for lane 1. That's Anastasia. Top right of your screen are the 3 swimmers in our Heat 5 final race for this evening. Anastasia brings it home. Nice job. All right, those swimmers will cool down. Here's our 3 swimmers for the final race. We have Daniel, Maiden, and Sarsha. Or Madden, I should say, sorry. Here's their lane assignments. All right, for all the Summit High School fans, Ehar did win the breast in 56:42, 2.5 seconds ahead of the next swimmer. Did they actually? They finished? 200-yard free relay goes to Kent Place. Summit Area Y, Ava Manning on there. She went 55:65 on that. Her teammates Daya and Mary went 53s. Lead swimmer was Elsie Lee, 54:82. So Kent Place takes 400-yard free relay, followed by Westfield, New Providence, and Summit. Kent Place took it by 3.5 seconds. All right, in the pool here, final heat, heat 5. Westfield boys take the 400-yard free relay, Westfield High School that is, 3:13.26, awesome. All right, here we are turning at the 50. Real quick, just wrap this up. The team scores, Westfield boys win it, followed by Scotch Plains and Summit. They win it by 2 points, Westfield boys. And on the girls' side, Westfield wins it 359. Wait, what? Hold on. 341 to 323 over Summit. So Westfield takes boys and girls on the Union County Championships. All right, this is our swimmers at the 100 turn here. Lane 3, Madden first to turn, followed by Sasha. And then Daniel coming under the flags here. Swing you down to the far end. Wow. So on the girls' side, Westfield 341 points, Summit 323, Kent Place 322. Nice showing, Kent Place. All right, lead swimmer here turning at the 150. Madden in 3, saw a 7 at that far end. We'll stay here with her. This will be 200 yards complete here, 8 lengths. Sahasra coming in here. This will be her 200. And Daniel here in lane 2, 200. All right, as we swing down the far end, lane 3, Madden seeing a 13. Lane 2, Daniel seeing an 11. And just shortly, Sasha in 4 will be making her way back. She will be seeing a 13 also. Fifteen lanes complete there. This will be 16 lengths complete for Madden. It's a 400 split on the board. That's 14 complete for Daniel in 2. We'll jump back in a second because we have Shastra coming in on the 400. Oh, sorry, taking you down the far end. This will be 16 lanes complete, left-hand side. You can't see it, but Daniel, that was 19 complete for lane 3, Madden, and 17 complete for Sasha. So this is 20 lengths, 500 yards complete here for Madden in lane 3. 450 complete there for Sasha in 4. And then you'll see Daniel going right to left here. That'll be 450 as he makes his way. All right, it's a 19 in the pool for Daniel. 23 for Madden. And a 21 there in lane 4 for Sahasra. All right, so folks, I'm going to go to the other view since we're in this last race. If you weren't with us earlier, it's kind of just a different cut of it. So 4 quadrants gives me ability on the top right to hone in on swimmers. And in the bottom section of the screen, you can focus on the swimmers. You'll see them. The bottom left is the start end, bottom right is that turn end. This is lane 4, Ashra Again, we're swimming 66 lengths. This is Madden in 3. And we'll pick up Daniel in 2 shortly as he's making his way back to the start end. All right, so you'll see Daniel in 2 seeing a 29. .35 there for Madden in 3. A 31 was seen by Sasha in 4. .31 there for Daniel. Next touch on the backhand side will be 800 yards complete. 37 there for Madden. That's 800 yards for Daniel in 2. 37, 38 lanes complete. That's 950, I guess. Yeah, for Madden. 40 lengths makes 1,000. All right, lead swimmer there. You see 39 for Madden in 3. 35 going down. So next time back, lane 4, Sasha will be at 900. This is 1,000 here for Madden, and then Daniel is at 36, 850. Sorry, folks. .37 there for Sasha in 4. That was Madden that turned. Here's Daniel turning. Third swimmer, here we go. Second place running order, Sasha in 4. This will be 44 lengths complete for Madden. She'll have 12 or 300 yards to go. And catch Daniel here turning. is 48 lengths complete for lead swimmer Madden Chamau in 3. Yeah, I guess I did the math wrong there, folks. Sorry. So Madden, she's coming into 50 lengths. She got 16 to go, 400 yards to go here. So I don't know where I was doing the math wrong. Sorry. So 66 total lengths. As you can see, she's seeing a 51 at that far end. Now we're going to be 12 to go, 12 lengths to go. 300 yards for Madden here in lane 3. That was a 55 for lead swimmer Madden in lane 3. She'll have 10 lengths at this left-hand side, 250 yards to go. All right, we have Daniel turning. Should be 48 lengths complete there for Daniel. This will be 50 lengths complete for Sasha and 4. Fast forward, Madden in 3, she saw 57. So it'll be 58 complete on the left-hand side, 8 to go. All right, this will be 60 lengths here. Lead swimmer Madden in 3. .62 complete for lane 3. All right, you see the counter working hard, shaking it, trying to motivate her. We'll have a bell lap here for lane 3. Be 50 to go, down and back as she comes and turns on the wall. See the red square there. Final 25 on this turn. Madden came in on a 2010 seed. She's coming home. Sub 19. Nice job. That's a 115 drop. All right, take a look. Where are we with 59 for Sasha and 57 for Daniel. This will be 58 for Daniel, 60 for Sasha. 6 to go, 3 down and backs for her. Daniel has 4 down and backs. This will be 62 for Sasha. Take a look. Daniel seeing a 61. Sasha seeing 63. $100 to go for Daniel. 50 to go here for Sasha. Virtual bell lap. Nice job. All right, Daniel in 2, seeing the red blocks. If I could find it. Coming home, final 25 for him. Daniel came in on a 24-15 seed. We're dropping two minutes. Nice job. Good sportsmanship there. All right, folks, that's going to be our last race for this evening. Glad you can join us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. We are back for 3 sessions tomorrow, 3 sessions on Sunday, sorry. All right, folks. Again, any feedback, comments, questions, you can give it to the coaches or you can email us, commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. That's how you can get it to us. We are back. Everybody stay warm tonight. Congrats to all those swimmers that completed the mile. 1650, 66 lengths of the pool. Great job, everyone. We are then to sign off. We will see you tomorrow. We hope to see you tomorrow. Good night.